I spent over 1,000 hours restoring this old Porsche 912, thinking I'm just gonna restore this old car. But I got way more out of the whole experience than I expected. Family adventure, we now have to push the car. Okay. Okay, it's already recording, okay? So Cam, just try to record mommy and daddy as we're pushing, okay? It's gonna be funny.
So am I pushing from back here?
Push from like this. And hold on, it's still important. And Laura, you're not gonna jump in, okay?
I gotta jump in,
No.
you're gonna leave me.
Do not try to jump into this car, please. Okay.
Not.
What? Are you recording, Cam?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that was easy.
Oh, I know, but we got a little hill to go up though first. Oh, we got this. Can you get in, Mama? Go ahead if you can. Try to get in. Oh, that was easy. Oh my goodness.
Now it's hard.
No, I got it.
Are
Go.
you sure?
Yeah, close your door. You got it, Cam?
Yeah.
You gonna make it? Look, here comes the car.
Oh,
too.
jeez. Is this gonna work? Well, it's not starting. Oh my God. Jeez.
What do you mean, jeez?
That got
Yahoo! Should we replace the starter yet, Clay, or was that fun?
Yeah.
Clay, say we did it.
We did it.
4 years ago, I bought a 1968 Porsche 912, which had not been driven since 1979. It was a one-owner car, original paint. I found it on Craigslist, and it was like an hour away from where I lived. I was actually looking for a 356 at the time, but one owner survivor really caught my attention. I restored the car and have made all kinds of memories in it. You know, friends have pushed it to help me get bump started. I've taken the car through awesome road trips through the Redwood Forest, the Sequoia National Forest, all up and down the California coast, surf trips, taken my kids countless times on small little drives, cars and coffee. My wife has been on dates with me in the car. You all right? Huh?
Hungry.
It's actually provided work opportunities. I even started a small business called Project Cars Anonymous. Worldwide support group for car addicts. Go figure. It's an automotive brand and community which exists purely to laugh at the fact that some of us take cars way more seriously than the rest of society. I bought the car for a few reasons. I wanted to learn more about vintage Porsches because I really like these cars. I wanted to be more mechanically inclined. More than anything, I saw it as a challenge to myself. You know, I had seen videos and read stories of guys doing this sort of thing. Of course, it's been done tons of times, but I had never done it, and I just wanted to see if I could complete the task, if I was up for it, because I knew it was gonna be a lot of work. Thinking back on this whole thing, this was not as simple as, oh yeah, I got this old car and, you know, just touched a few things up on it and whammo. Well, there's been tons of trials and adversity and a lot of character building. I definitely learned a lot about myself, you know. It was, in my opinion, another experience in life, like another notch in my belt that allowed me to prove to myself that I can overcome something difficult. Because there were months that I sat in that friend of mine's garage just wanting to quit on the thing. I really didn't want to finish it. I knew I had I'd bit off more than I could chew, and there was a good month and a half that I sat in there, you know, just staring at it. I was like paralyzed, you know, just overwhelmed with how much work that, you know, needed to be done on it. And I pretty much lived in that garage for 5 or 6 months. I did many 15-hour days in there, and it hurt. it definitely hurt. It was a lot of work. I really underestimated how much work that car was gonna need. I've built a lot of great friendships because I decided to restore that old car. It wasn't just that I restored it, I documented the whole thing here on YouTube. I've got a playlist for it, and none of the videos are really incredible or anything, but it was the process of me becoming a content creator and just trying to do my best, to fix this old car that led to some really cool opportunities. The shop that I'm filming this video in right now is because of a relationship I made, which never would have happened if I didn't restore the car. Some really cool things have happened in my life since then. I'm not getting rich from any of this, I can assure you, but it's just rich memories, and strong friendships and bonds with people. Even this community that we're all building together is something that I never would have dreamed up had I not really suffered in my buddy's garage restoring that car. When I finally drove that car out of my friend's garage for the first time, of course it broke down just about a quarter mile down the road, fixed the shifter linkage, and then got going again. That was a great feeling, man. It really was. That was a memory I'll never forget. Of course, there was a lot of hiccups in the first, day, 2 days, weeks. I ended up breaking down in a canyon late at night and had to walk and get some help to call a tow truck. But it's all part of the experience. I remember in the first week I had the car, driving, I took it down PCH and was just like, wow, I built this thing, man, I did it. And at the time, I remember thinking, this is it. This is what I paid for. I had no idea what I was getting myself into when I bought that car, but my original intention was simply to become more mechanically inclined, which I achieved, and I'm proud of that. But in retrospect, that was not the best thing that I got out of it at all. It really is the friendships and memories and opportunities, even for work and things like that, that I never thought would come from it. That's what life is all about, is making good memories with people that you care about, and and just building friendships. So, dang, I'm glad I bought that car.
Mike, go in there.
Joyas de oro cargo, también un Camaro y ropa de marca que también portamos. Empecé de cero batallando y miren ya lo que logré. Caídas un chingo, ya me he tropezado, me he quedado en cero, ni pontaco traigo, gracias mis zancudas al pendiente, siempre ha de cuidarme. Si quieren saber quién es su nombre, no les diré. Tiene finta de malandro y más info no les daré. La perreaba en su niñez pa' lograr lo que ahora es, con botellitas doradas y un gallito pa'l estrés.